From the darkest depths of our deepest oceans all the way to Canadian caves that are way too close to home.
The world is full of pretty bizarre creatures. Welcome back to the most amazing top 10. Here are the top 10 terrifying creatures that came from a parallel universe. In our number 10 spot we have the treehopper. I don't usually love insects, so this one just gives me the creeps to talk about. The treehopper has over 3,000 plus separate species, and each one has a specific look that helps them blend into their environment. The treehopper can be recognized by their vertical face and enlarged thorax, has a helmet that is tough and hard and comes in different shapes and sizes. They are usually about a half an inch in size. They eat liquid from plant stems and, as you can imagine, are always found in trees, but in warmer parts of the world. They are sometimes referred to as insect brownies, and that once again makes me feel alone in the world, because just why? They are bugs, not food. Just no. But fun fact that actually makes them kinda cool, treehoppers actually secrete honeydew. So I guess that's kinda cool.
Number 9, the red-lipped batfish. Yep, a lot of words in that one name right off the hop. The red-lipped batfish, I gotta say, I'm a fan of the look. The red lipstick, she looks like she's ready for a night out on the fish town. But don't let those looks deceive you, folks. Hiding in the depths of the Galapagos, these batfish can grow up to 10 inches long, and the defining feature here, obviously, besides their lips, are their feet. Yeah, these batfish have pectoral fins that allow them to walk on the ocean floor. Yeah, walking on the floor. A fish walking on the floor with lipstick on. What's going on here? Because they belong in the same family as an anglerfish, the red-lipped batfish also has an elysium on its head in order to attract prey. It's got like a clown nose thing almost. I want to just go honk. I really want to pop it. I know I can't, but I want to try. I'm not a fan of deep sea fish, or any fish really for that matter, so this one absolutely creeps me out. I'm also not a fan of clowns. This fish checks a lot of those boxes, so I'm heading out.
Coming up at our number 8 spot we have the axolotl. There is much speculation as to how to pronounce the name of this creature, but for the most part, most people believe that it is axolotl. But another one that I have to kinda admit that it sorta looks cute, but if I saw it in person I would probably be terrified. Also, another alien looking creature. Did we just base our alien images in movies off of these kinds of creatures? Known to be usually brown, black, sometimes greenish, and white, but the white ones are bred in captivity. Apparently the white ones are long descendants of a mutant version of the male back in the 1800s. They were from then on bred to be white with black eyes. These creatures are actually very endangered. They are usually found in lakes and in canals in Mexico. What looks like little baby fine hairs on their head are actually gills. So cool. They eat small worms and fish. They also have the superpower to regenerate their jaws, spines, limbs, and get this, even their brains. Whoa, arguably the coolest superpower I've ever come across in an animal.
Number 7, stonefish. Yeah, this next one is great at disguising itself as a rock. So when it comes to deadly ocean life, that's just what you want to hear. Nice, good game, folks. The stonefish is spiny, it's ugly, it looks medieval almost. Each of its 13 spines are all filled with deadly venom. So if you're taking a late night skinny dip, yeah, keep an eye out for any blinking rocks. Let's avoid that entire area. These fish look angry, they have John Wick eyes, they're on a mission, something's going on in their soul. Its venom is very lethal to humans, so if you're watching from Australia, I implore you to wear steel toe boots next time you go to the beach. Stonefish don't use their venom to hunt, they only shoot venom out of their spines if pressure is applied to them. That's worse than anything. The odds of accidentally stepping on one of these guys is significantly higher than any other fish. Because, like I said, they look like rocks that blink. Remind me to never swim in the ocean again, or just go to Australia for that matter.
In our number 6 spot we have the star-nosed mole. Somebody convince me that this isn't an alien. How is this a real creature from our planet? Being the creature of everyone's nightmares, the star-nosed mole has quite the positive sounding name, like extremely unfitting in my opinion. I would name it the spider-face mole. Is that not more appropriate? All jokes aside, the star-nosed mole actually has its own record for being the world's fastest eater, as it is said that it can eat an insect in a quarter of a second. Its star or spider-like face, in my opinion, is actually an organ, and it has over 100,000 nerve fibers, which makes it one of the most sensitive organs on any mammal to touch. The star-nosed mole is found living in the wetlands just along the coast of the US from Canada to Georgia. They are actually known to be blind, but they have mastered their senses and they can swim and smell underwater. Most of their life is spent hunting their prey underground, and they usually live about 2 to 3 years.
Number 5, the blue dragon. This one sounds like it's from a different time, let alone a different universe. Oh my god. The blue dragon, aka the Glaucus atlanticus. First of all, it looks like it's from Pandora. This thing is bright blue. It's a blue sea slug. Believe it or not, it's a gastropod that just decided, you know what, I'm too cool for a shell. Don't need it. And to be fair, when you store poison in your fingertips, you don't need to hide, right? The sea slug can often be found in the Atlantic, Pacific, and Indian Ocean. They favor tropical waters, obviously, who doesn't? And they literally adapt to survive. They eat Portuguese man-o'-war, these deadly jellyfish-looking siphonophores, and during this process while feeding, blue dragons will literally absorb and then store its prey's cnidocytes. They will take its toxins from them and then store them in these small sacs. Yeah, they're literally stealing from you. So you never know what kind of venom is being held at the time. Yeah, they steal your loot. How rude is that? You could poke one and be like, oh, poison, see ya.
In our number 4 spot, we have the pink fairy armadillo. Okay, this creature looks like it belongs in a fairy universe, and clearly its namers would agree. If I were to be an ugly creature, there's no way I would choose anything but to be a pink ugly creature. Way too many people online call this terrifying creature cute. And now I'm sure the world has gone insane. Also, I'm just not a fan of armadillos, so I'm biased. The pink fairy armadillo grows to be about 2.5 to 4.5 inches long. It can weigh up to 4 ounces and they can live up to 10 years. They are usually found in central Argentina in grasslands, plains, and dunes. They love to eat plants, worms, and insects. They protect themselves by curling into a ball. They have pretty silky yellowish white fur, and what looks like pink armor is actually just blood vessels under its armor. They have been so hard to find, so scientists haven't spent much time studying them to date, probably because they're jumping back into their fairy world dimension every now and then.
Number 3, brood X cicadas. Okay, this one sounds like a Marvel villain, brood X cicadas. Hold on to your butts for this one, really. This one is absolutely insane. Over the past couple of years, billions of cicadas came from the ground all over the United States for the first time in 17 years. They were just underground waiting for so long. At the same time, they all just came out and surprised us all. Thing is, they just happened to be born with a fungus made of the same chemical found in poisonous mushrooms. So they didn't have a great time. Yeah, they were a little confused. They didn't feel too hot. The fungus ate away at their bodies, so much so that their butts literally would fall off. They would fall off, they would lose their butts because white spores are pushing them off at this point. These cicadas don't even know what they're doing. They're calling this a zombie virus for bugs. Yeah, more than fair, their ass is falling off. But you can't say that now, can you? What's really happening here is a process called massospora. These poor things just want to mate and move on, but now both males and females are making cicada catcalls, so their whole system is now ruined, all because of this fungus. These cicadas aren't a threat to humans, thankfully, but their tragic summer of 2021 is definitely worth mentioning. We had a bad 2020, cicadas, they had 2021. We're sharing. Sharing is caring.
Coming up in our number 2 spot, we have the California leaf-nosed bat. It's hard to imagine that this extremely cute but also terrifying creature exists, so it must be from a parallel dimension. That's all I can conclude. This creature is of course a part of the bat species, but it has one big distinguishing feature that makes you think that it should be a species of its own. It has Dumbo-like ears. Yes, I'm referring to the Disney movie Dumbo, where the elephant has abnormally large ears that end up acting as propellers and give him the ability to fly. Bats can already fly, so sadly his ears are seemingly pointless to me. What's the point of having big ears if they don't help you fly, is all I'm saying. They're also known to have leaf-looking growths on their nose. They live in caves and mines in the deserts of the US and Mexico. They eat grasshoppers, beetles, moths, and crickets. Their ears are about 1 to 1.5 inches in length each, and they don't usually migrate because their wings are too short and broad for traveling long distances. Would love to know if you think the idea of a big-eared bat hitting you in the face would be terrifying or cute. Let me know in the comment section below.
Number 1, Bulldog Rat. Recently at Most Amazing, we've covered projects that are aiming to bring back extinct animals. That's kind of fun. The Lazarus Project aims to bring back extinct woolly mammoths. Yeah, we could see them return in the next 8 or 9 years, which is terrifying but exciting, science-wise. That's lovely. Let's save animals, sure. As long as we don't bring back the Bulldog Rat, I'm happy. Of course, being way larger than black rats, the Bulldog Rat was thankfully last seen around 1903. The same time speed walking was introduced to the world. It's because everyone was booking it home because of these things. That's my personal theory right there. They have 2 to 3 centimeters of fat on their backs. So disgusting, with short tails and thick hair. Yeah, there's absolutely nothing holly or jolly about the Bulldog Rat, except for the fact that its home was once that of Christmas Island in the Indian Ocean. They were thriving until sailors discovered said island, and they brought with them infected black rats. So it was like West Side Story, but like rat version. It was crazy. So when they pulled up to the island, Christmas Island, they brought with them all these rats, and then they riddled everyone with disease. So it took less than a year to wipe out an entire rat species. Honestly, I'm okay with that. I don't like rats at all. If you're a rat person, sorry. Cool tricks, but nope. Those are the top 10 terrifying creatures that came from a parallel universe. I've been your host, Taylor McWaters.
And I'm Melissa Milotti. Thanks so much for watching, guys. See you next time.
Bye.